Okay. Are we good? Um, I think so. All right. Today I'm here with a very little detail in life, which I was observing today. And it was such fantastic observation because after knowing what was happening, it actually changed the way that I was doing it. So, what was it? So, there is this game called Dota, the Defense of the Ancient, which I play for fun. I kind of like spending my time and freeing my mind from what I struggle every day with. And, well, in that particular game, there are five different roles that we have to play. So each role has its own, responsibility, and based on that, you have to choose which role you like to play, and you have to learn how those roles can be played perfectly. So each game consists of five people in each team. So there's always two teams, which means that 10 players are always playing together, and five player in the team A is trying to defeat the other players in the team B, and vice versa. So they're trying as well. And whoever is playing better and having better ability to share, and in this game there are some spells and levels that you're trying to just, cast and kill the other enemy. So you have to master them as well. And having all these rudimentaries and basics mastered within few years or few time playing that game is not going to make you win. So there's this one element that can be very vital in here. So what is that element? The element of leadership. So maybe there are five different people. They're really good at their own skills. They're individually they're powerful. They're phenomenal. But when they're playing in the team, they cannot win. And the problem is the leadership, the way that other people are going to lead you, or you want to lead others, but you don't know how. So basically, you're going to fail when you're doing it, and you're not aware of it. So today I was playing with four different people around the world. We were playing online, and in our team, our players were just fine. So they were nagging. They were saying, we cannot win this game, and the other team is a lot better. But I could see that we had a better draft, and we had better heroes to play with. We had better synergy among us. But the problem was that people were fighting in a very bad way. They were playing all individually for themselves, and they were not paying attention to the team, that what is the connection and what is the pattern between our skills. Like, we can combine all these things together. If we perform them in a very good way, we can win this game pretty much easily. So I start tilting, and I was a bit furious. So what the hell is going on here? Why don't you listen to me? Just let me do what I like to do. Why? Because I feel in this game I can lead. Or maybe not all the time I can lead. Maybe I'm not a good leader, but in this game I can do it. So after a couple of writing and chatting and stuff like that, they just started listening to me. And all of a sudden, we just won. And in the stats after the game, I could see pretty much easily that we were a lot ahead of that team. But for playing all individually and not paying attention to whoever that could lead in that game, we were about to lose. But finally, I just said something, and I was so furious. But I was so polite anyway. I was so polite, and I was telling them that we can win only in this particular way. So if you listen to me, we can do it. So they listened, hopefully, and they saved me a headache, and we won. So that was a very, very small community that could represent whatever it is happening in the society. That, the very important thing in a society is individual life, personal life. First, you have to master a lot of skills in there, right? So you're born one day, you become 7, you go to school, you just learn different things. You just want to become good at some particular thing, and it requires a lot of parameters. You have to master every single of them, and after, I don't know, 10 years, 20 years, you totally mastered your level, and you're ready to join to some team. All right, so without teamwork, it's kind of like impossible that you can go at top of the world. For doing very big things, you cannot do everything on your own. So maybe you can become very successful, but one person cannot do a lot of scale. It's not scalable to play individually. So for playing the big game, you need team. So after mastering a lot of skills in your life, you need to know that you are either a leader or a soldier. So if you're a leader, try to understand whatever is going on and try to lead your team in the very perfect way. And if you're a soldier, try to listen as carefully as possible for your own sake. So that could show to me that maybe their team is in the world, even there are good teams in the world, consist of very good players, very good employees, very good engineers and doctors and stuff like that. But their leaders are not good enough because, there were an opposite team in front of us playing with us. And they were really good. They were killing us. They were wiping our teammates all the time. And they were just so happy until the end. And at the end of the game, the leader of the other team were just nagging that my cores, it means that the very important player in my team, they couldn't perform good. And I was totally disagree with the other team's leader. And I was telling him, dude, your cores were totally okay, but you didn't have a good plan for winning. You were just trying to win, and my team wasn't that good in team fights and having that synergy, So all of a sudden, with listening to the very little details in the game that I could say, I saw the players were nagging. They could see that, all right, in this game, this guy can't lead, all right? Most of the time, I play a role which needs to listen to a leader. But in that particular game, I was playing as a leader because I was just like, I had the feelings that, all right, I just want to chill in. I just want to just, hang out with myself, just playing a little bit, not really trying to win, but trying to have fun. And in that particular game, I was a leader, and all of a sudden, they started listening, and we could win. And I could see a good leadership is very important. And this is not one of those things that I was agree with it. I don't know, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I was all about this particular thing that individual life is very important. Personal life is really important. Personal skills are the only thing that matters. But today, I just found out that personal skill is just part of the game. And it's not the game itself. But rather, team fight could be a better, substitution here. It could actually win upon all the individual plays that we have in life. So, let's just wrap it up. Let's get to a conclusion. In life, in general, we need to master some personal skills, our own abilities, our own, enthusiasm, whatever that we want to do in life and make it as our own abilities. We first need to master that. Like the game itself, we need to master the position that we like to play. It's just a matter of preference that we want to play in that role. So we want to work in this career. We want to develop this very personal thing that we like, and then we need to join to a team as a player that we like to be, a manager, I don't know, a CEO, I don't know, a simple soldier, like a simple employee, stuff like that. And then we need to listen, or we need to learn how to lead. And if we just follow these little steps and being a little bit skeptical and trying to understand the game in the first place, try to understand what is going on and try to observe as close as possible, you have some chance to win and to master whatever you're doing. And that's one of the best things that can happen to you. So think about it and talk to me about it. What role you actually have in your life? What do you want to do? And we can actually talk about that because it's a very, very important and beautiful subject to talk. I really like it, and Hope you thought about it before, and I'd like to know your opinion. All right. Have a good day. See you later. Bye-bye.